All right, y'all. Emergency shelter. We on YouTube. We had a pretty good day today. Had met some new people, and I'm reminding everybody that emergency shelter is an investment group, and it's an emergency that those of us who are overworked and underpaid come together with our nickels and dimes and build our own financial reality. Our email is emergencyshelter@gmail.com. Drop the Y. emergencyshelter@gmail.com. We accept investments on our Cash App. If you have a cell phone, you should have a Cash App on your phone. Download the Cash App, and to invest with us, you can just type the $, lowercase e, lowercase s, lowercase I, the number 11. Donations are considered anything like $5 or $10, $20. In real investments, we're shooting for a minimum of $5,000. And we are trying to motivate people just like us that are working every day, trying to make a living, that are tired of working from check to check and living from check to check, to come together with people that you get along with already on your job or wherever you work at, and to put your nickels and dimes together and come up with ideas to do something for yourself. The only way most of us are going to make it is with unity. The title of this video is Stay Focused. And sometimes when we get tired, we have to go back and realize why we came up with this group, with this investment group, and why we call it Emergency Shelter Investments. Because it's an emergency that we come together and do something for ourselves. That keeps us from procrastinating, saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or so I'll keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And we're constantly getting used to the everyday grind of getting in our cars, going to a job, and we get complacent. We're just happy to have a cable TV and happy to be able to come home and go to sleep and worry about, are we going to have enough money on our next check to pay our bills, and beat ourselves up for not having enough money to do the things that we really want to do. And we have to start applying ourselves in what we want. We need to start having faith in ourselves and our ability to have the kind of life that we want to live. And we're created with 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth. We got 2 arms, 2 legs, so that we can create our own reality. Human beings are very powerful. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. We have to start thinking about the kind of life we want to live. And then we have to start taking steps, no matter how small they are, towards the goals we want to reach. And we have to use our 2 eyes and look around at the world we're living in. And the world we're living in here is nobody's doing nothing small. Walmart is not small. Exxon Mobil is not small. Merrill Lynch is not small. You know, we have nice houses and people have sky rises. And all of those people that are doing all of those big successful things, they got one thing in common. They work together in groups. They know how to listen to each other. They know how to respect each other. And when you have a group like that, where you know you're respected, you know that people are listening to you, people are acknowledging you, it makes you want to work with those people. And when you work together with those people, with your positive thoughts and your positive goals and your positive visions, and you vote on who's got the best idea, you go with that best idea, you put your nickels and dimes toward that best idea, and it's mathematically impossible not to make it. That's why I want y'all to get the book. Go to my email, emergencyshelter@gmail.com. Just drop the Y in emergency and request the $50 guaranteed success game plan. It's mathematically impossible to think positive, to have a goal that you want to reach, and act upon that thought. Take the steps to accomplish that vision that you have. It's mathematically impossible to fail. The only thing you have to do is stay focused and don't get distracted, and stay focused on the fact that you want your dream to happen now. You want your vision to happen right now. You don't want to wait till tomorrow to have $500 million today. You don't want to wait till next year to have $500 million and to be able to take a trip when you want, to be able to get on your private jet and go where you want, to be able to give your children what they need to make it in life, to be able to invest in your friends and help them in their lives, to be able to build something that your children can take over and that people that you believe have the capability to take over when you're gone can carry this on and leave a legacy in the country and city or state or town that you live in. It first starts with a thought. And over here at Emergency Shelter, we want people that are fed up with living day and step and check and check and check by check by check by check, scared to death to take a day off. You don't feel good, you're sick, you're tired, but you gotta get up and force yourself to go to a job where don't nobody wanna be there. Everybody's walking around with their teeth clenched and their face frowned up, their fists balled up. They don't wanna be there, they got a bad attitude. You're doing a dangerous job, you're breaking your back, and you gotta look over your shoulder at this nut working on side of you that don't wanna be there, and don't tell him what's on his mind, what kind of problems he brought from his home to the job. And God forbid we're around one of these people and they go off like the people on the news and start killing a bunch of people. And by the time you get home, you're exhausted. You don't even have time to spend with your family and to spend quality time with the people that you love, because you just spent all your energy doing a dangerous job, breaking your back and looking over your shoulder at the same time. Stevie Wonder had a song called "People Make the World Go Around." And they also had a saying, "A mind is a terrible thing to waste." I was taught that it's mathematically impossible to think positive thoughts and act on your positive thoughts and have negative results. At Emergency Shelter, we believe it's an emergency that those of us with any sense left come together with whatever we got. This is an emergency. I don't care if it's $2. If I go to the bank with $100, that's not a really big deal. But if 100 of us go with $100, that's $10,000. You can start making a few changes in your life toward bettering your future and the quality of your life. You have to have the mind state of urgency and stop procrastinating and stop saying I'll do it tomorrow. Stop saying I don't have but $5 or $10, it ain't enough. And start saying, if I can get some of my friends and people that I get along with already to come together with their nickels and dimes, then there's a possibility that we can make a change for the better in our life. I'm talking to you out there that's working, your back hurting. You think don't nobody care about what you go through. We care about what you're going through. And the reason why we're doing these videos is because we've seen other videos that inspire us, and we want to share our story because we know it's other people out there that are tired of working for peanuts. And the economy is steady moving without us. The cost of food is constantly going up. The cost of gas is constantly going up. Everything going up but your paycheck. And we're suffering from fear. We're scared to death to just try to start taking the steps to accomplish something for ourselves. A lot of us have been miseducated. We think that all we can do is get up and get in traffic and go to a job that we don't want to be at and wait for other people who don't give a damn about us to tell us what we need to do and to pay us what they think we need to be paid, that don't give a damn about the bills we got to pay and the kind of life we want to live. The only one that's going to help yourself is you. And when I say you, I mean you and your friends, the people that you get along with, the people that you eat lunch with, the people that you encourage every day to make it through every day. Put whatever you got together, open up an account like we did. And you gotta set it up to where can't no one person go get no money. All of us go to our account, all of our names is on our account. And everybody in our group has access to the bank. It ain't no secrets. And we vote on what we want to spend our money on. And when we vote on that idea, if it's fixing up an old house or selling it, or if it's investing in stocks and bonds, and we agree on the amount we want to spend, we all go to the bank and get that money and we put it toward that investment, toward that house. It ain't no one person going down there sneaking up. No. This it's an emergency that we start doing stuff different. And we start being more transparent about the way we handle money and about the way we treat each other and about the way we treat our own selves. Because you're not going to have the thought to have a better life until you start living better, until you start wanting to be healthy enough to enjoy the money once you make it, to be able to spend it, or to be able to spend time with your family, or to be able to take a trip, or to be able to invest in a person that's got a good business idea or a good invention. It's an emergency. This video is called Stay Focused. It's too many distractions out there. And while I'm thinking about it, the name of the group is Emergency Shelter Investments. The post office box 5087, Houston, Texas 77262. That's Emergency Shelter Investments, post office box 5087, Houston, Texas 77262. Our email is emergencyshelter@gmail.com. Drop the Y on emergency. EmergencyShelter@gmail.com. We haven't sent the PayPal up yet, but you can send us checks or money order to the post office box if you want to invest, and we will send you your receipts and documentation that shows that you are an official investor in our investment group. You can also send us donations and investments at your Cash App on your cell phone. If you don't have the Cash App, you need to download the Cash App on your cell phone, even if it ain't for nothing but to pay your own bills without having to get in your car and physically go pay bills and waste a lot of time. You can download your Cash App and you can send money through your Cash App. We also accept investments through the Cash App. And you type in, once you get the Cash App downloaded, type in the $, lowercase e, lowercase s, lowercase I, the number 11 to send donations and investment. And we also document what you sent, so there's always a record, so that you can start benefit from the group that is being created for all of us that are overworked and underpaid. This is for everybody around the world who are tired of breaking their back for pennies. It's an emergency, y'all. We're tired of being sick and tired. And all we have to do is come together and respect each other and listen to each other and communicate with each other and have the desire to fight for a better quality of life. I keep overstating and keep saying over and over, financial freedom, financial power, financial freedom, financial power. You have to keep that in your mind, and you have to stay focused on ways to accomplish that vision. And you got to start somewhere. Stop being scared to go to your bank with $20. If it's 15 of y'all and y'all ain't got but $1 a piece, go to your bank and let them know what you're trying to do. Maybe they'll let you set up an account for $15. But I recommend that, like it's 3 of us with our names on the account. None of us can go to the bank to get no money by ourselves. All of us have to go to the bank to get any money. The bank won't let us get no money unless we all there. What that does is makes it easy for us to go forth without having to worry about our funds not being secure. And we also have it set up to where if something happens to us, we designate a person that we trust to take our spot. See, that's what they call unity. All it is unity and organization. We have a studio and we have our license to buy and sell houses. We're working on our stocks and bonds. If y'all know a lot about investing, please email me and I will correspond to your email at emergencyshelter@gmail.com. Drop the Y in emergency. emergencyshelter@gmail.com. Send your donation and your investment through the Cash App or to our post office box. The Cash App is type the $, lowercase e, lowercase s, lowercase I, the number 11, and we will receive whatever donation or investment that you have. Donations are considered anything like $5 or $10, $20. Investment, we're trying to do this at a $5,000 minimum. And we're reaching out to people that want to work with other people that are trying to do the same thing. We're just everyday working people that have fed up and seeing people get broke down on their job and not being able to retire like you're supposed to. You're not supposed to retire and just die. You know, the goal and your vision ought to be to live as long as you can and to live the best quality of life that you can. And when I say live the best you can, you need to be able to go to your children and give them the money they need to be able to build their dream and to be able to carry on your legacy and to be able to pay to go to the school they want to go to. And to be able to have the time to spend teaching your children and the people, the younger people and other people that have the desire to do better in their life. You have to be able to have enough money to pay your bills and to keep your lights and air conditioning and stuff running so that you can come up with a game plan, so that you can have a base to work from, so that you can create, so that you can have the time to think instead of getting in traffic and doing hard work all day. You ain't got time to think about nothing else but not getting killed on whatever job you're doing. And try to make your feet hurt so bad. Take some of that weight off your feet. That's all that's on your mind, getting through the day. You ain't got no time to think about what you want to do, what you really want to do for yourself. And the only way we're going to get off this vicious cycle is to come together. 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth. Look around at the successful people and how they move. They move in groups. They got board of executives, board of directors at Walmart, at Exxon, at Apple Computer. It ain't just one person in these groups. But they know how to work together. They know how to humble themselves and listen to each other and respect their fellow brother and sister. And it ain't no reason that those of us who work together every day, eat lunch together every day, get along with each other, call each other friends, but refuse to put $5 a month into an account together to better your life. And all around us is examples of how people are being successful. And we come in and out and complain about how bad our feet hurt and how we ain't got enough money and they ain't paying us enough money. Don't forget, y'all, I'm not a real religious person. It says we're created in the image and likeness of the Creator. Human beings are the highest life form on this planet. The people that own your company breathe the same air that you breathe. It's just that they realized that it was an emergency that they come up with a plan, an idea to make their life better. And they came up with a plan, and they believed in themselves, and they believed that they breathed the same air that other successful people breathe, and they put one foot in front of the other. And the game plan that's been given to us all over the world, you can't cut on your TV or your computer without seeing a corporation on it. Apple Computer, you know, the Silicon Valley, you got Wall Street, you got Merrill Lynch, you got Prudential, you got Microsoft, you got GMC, an automobile company. It's examples all over the world of people doing big stuff. And they breathe the same air that you breathe. And instead of saying I can't do it, or I didn't have the family that I wanted to have to get the job done, start using what you already got. If you got your health and strength, there ain't no reason in the world that you should be running around here begging for somebody to pay you pennies when you know that you're worth more than that. You got to have the mentality that it's an emergency, that I get up off my behind and do something for my own self. Because ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. Times that already done changed. They're not changing, they done already changed. It's an emergency, y'all. Let's get focused and stay focused. This your brother James, proud emergency shelter investment pioneer. Let's come together, y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Don't forget to like and share ESI, Stay Focused. ESI stands for Emergency Shelter Investment. Thank y'all for listening. And don't forget, stay focused on financial power, financial freedom, financial power. Start thinking about what you would do if you had $500 million. Think about having the money in your hand. Think about who are the people that you would help. Who are the people that you would let know that you had the $500 million? Would you buy a car with the $500 million? Would you buy a house with the $500 million? If you found out your lottery ticket hit while you was at work, would you be able to stay on your job and finish the shift? And then make sure that you got the money before you leave your job? Or would you just take off and just go get the money and just leave and don't tell nobody where you're going? This is the kind of way we think. It's mathematically impossible to think positive thoughts and act upon your positive thoughts and have negative results. You just got to make sure you stay focused and don't get distracted, because there's all kind of distractions out there. Don't forget, fighting is good for your mind, body, and soul. Ain't nothing fun about fighting. You know, fire purifies gold. It's got to go through a process. Didn't nobody have big success without a struggle? But they had the desire to have a better life, so it was not hard to go through the struggle. It was not hard to go through the fight for a better quality of life. All you have to do is just have the desire to do it. And the best way to have the desire to do it is to think about how good it would be if you had the money, and if you had the resources, and if you had the people around you that were good people, that thought positive, that could encourage you, that makes you, that you want to listen to, that you're thankful for. The spirit of gratefulness, thankfulness. Instead of complaining about what you don't have, start doing what you can do with what you got. And it's mathematically impossible to fail. Stay focused, stay consistent. Communicate with people that you see potential in. There's so many people out there with great ideas, It's so many people out there with money that's willing to invest in people that are trying to help themselves. Fighting is good for us. Having a vision is good for us. Feeding your mind with positive information that can propel you forward is how you get to that better quality of life. Those are the recipes of success. They say you are what you eat. That's not just physical food, that's mental food as well. Stay focused. Don't give up. The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but to that one who can endure until the end. And that don't mean that it's going to take a long time either. Once you start trying to help yourself, it could change overnight. You just have to take the necessary steps to get it done. Start reaching out to people. Start letting people know what you're trying to do. There's people out there that's willing to help you, that's looking for people to help. A closed mouth don't get fed. Start communicating with your brother and your sister and the people in your family and the people that you get along with. And start taking what you got and putting it together so that you can start building something for yourself. I don't care if it's a snow cone stand. You got to start somewhere to supplement your income so you're not dependent upon one paycheck instead of putting all your eggs in one basket. Use your mind, use your eyes, use your ears, use your hands, use your legs. And be thankful for what you got. I don't care what it is. And with that attitude, that's how you attract wealth. Actions speak louder than words. You can see it in your face when you got a positive thought in your mind. The way you walk. You can tell that boy about his business. That woman is about her business. That woman is about making something out of her life. That woman, that man is about making the best out of their life. That woman, that man is about having the best quality of life that they can. That woman and that man want to take trips to Paris, trips to Africa, trips around the world. They want to stay in the nicest hotels. They want to surprise their friends with gifts. We all out there trying to make it, y'all. And I'm going to keep doing these videos because I know there's somebody out there that's tired of living from check to check. Remember emergency shelter, y'all. Emergency shelter investments. And this is for everybody who realize that it's an emergency, that those of us who are overworked and underpaid, who are tired of living from check to check, come together with our nickels and dimes and do something for our own self. Can't nobody help you like you. Don't nobody know what you need like you do. Go to your Cash App, type the $ in, lowercase e, lowercase s, lowercase I, the number 11, and let's come together and do something for ourselves. Thank you.